What is up, guys? Chillrog here. This week we're going to talk about Sky Temple. If you want to know how to win Sky Temple, you are in the right place. So if this is your first time here, my name is Chillrog. I have a gaming channel. We have a lot of Heroes of the Storm content, but we have some other content too, so check that out. If you want to see some more of my content, don't forget, check the link in the description. Twitch.tv/Chillrog. I stream Tuesday and Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern and Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget to smash that like button if you like the video, and definitely hit the subscribe button if you feel like you got some good value out of this video as well. That said, let's jump into it really quick. We're going to talk about Sky Temple. We're going to talk about how you can improve your win rate on this map and how you can get that Sky Temple win percentage up. So in Sky Temple, there's a few things to think about off the bat. We have 2 bruiser camps, one for each team, and they both push the top lane. 3 lanes in this map: top, middle, and bot. The siege camps at the bottom, one for each team as well, so 2 siege camps total. These push the bot lane. 3 objectives total, 3 temples. The top temple here, the middle temple in the mid lane, and the bottom temple as well. Something to keep in mind, the distance from the top temple to safety is very far. This is the farthest. If you're taking the top temple alone, you could be putting yourself in some danger there. So be careful. If you see someone coming on the other team, just get out of there. That's the top temple. That's the most dangerous. See the mid temple? It's a little bit closer. You can hop into this bush, you can hop right into your fort. Same with the bot temple. A lot of people can jump this gap too, like a Nubrak, maybe a Medivh, maybe a Medivh. And don't forget on this map, the boss. The boss is particularly important on this map. The boss, there's a lot of important team fights that happen. Usually at the end of the game, a lot of the time, the game is won or lost in this boss pit, so especially on this map. So keep that in mind. Let's start with the draft. What do you want to draft on Sky Temple? What's important to draft? Well, the most important thing to draft is your best heroes. If you don't play any of these heroes, don't go out and just start playing them in Hero League or Storm League just because you saw them in this video. Play what you're good at. But with that in mind, if you want to pick up one of these heroes, or if you already play them and you want to start bringing them to Storm League, then you can definitely do that. Keep them in mind. Maybe you can look at your allies' profiles, you can see what they play. If they play, you can politely suggest, hey, I think this hero could be good here. So keep in mind what heroes are good in this map, also good for banning. Globals are very important. Boss control is very important. In a solo queue environment, it's kind of important to be able to do camps on your own. It's not important, but it's very nice that you can do camps on your own. So if you can solo camps on Sky Temple, it's nice. It's not necessary, but it's very nice. So the first thing, globals. Why are globals important on Sky Temple? Sky Temple is a really big map, and there's a lot of times where you can be in a certain spot, soaking to the last very second, and then teleport in. You get a large XP advantage for your team. You can take those fights up a talent tier, up level 10, right before the second objective. And with the map being so large, globals are especially valuable here. What do you think about it? You can think about your traditional, Falstad, Brightwing, Dehaka, your traditional globals with literally the global button on their Z. ETC Stage Dive, Illidan the Hunt, Deathwing now. Deathwing is a global. So globals, keep them in mind, they're strong here. What else is strong here? Boss control. So Falstad showing up in this category again. What else is boss control? Tyrael, Holy Ground, Zarya, Expulsion Zone. Illidan can fear everyone off the boss point. Medivh can leyline seal. Don't play Medivh unless you really know what you're doing. Pretty much any hero who can, as the boss is going down, ensure that your team can cap it. That's really important on Sky Temple. It's a nice little bonus here because the boss is pretty much always a factor. And then the camps as well. Whoever can solo camps. A lot of people can solo camp. Sonya, Artanis, Rhaegar, whatever. If they can solo a camp, think about picking them. It's nice here. The camp timings are important. We'll go into the camp timings a little bit later. Now you finish your draft. You're in the game. First objective. What's going to happen? At about 2 minutes and 30 seconds, the mid temple and the top temple are you're going to get a notification. 30 seconds these temples start. So what are you going to do? Before that happens, you're going to come down here in the siege camp and you're going to take your siege camp and you're going to put your solo laner, hopefully a global hero, ideally a global hero. This is how you get a big advantage. You play this first objective, right? You get a big advantage. You can win the game off of this first objective. You take your siege camp and you take your global hero and you put him in this lane. Not a global, just a solo laner. That's fine. And they push this lane while the first objective happens in the middle and the top lane. This is important. Why is this important? Because a lot of people will just stick 5 people on one temple and be like, we got a temple, and they'll lose all the soak in all the other lanes. They won't take camps. It's not very good. So you want to just take this siege camp beforehand and push this bottom lane. Ideally, you cap the siege camp right as that 30-second mark is coming up, maybe even like 15 seconds before the temple pops, so that they have to choose go deal with your solo laner or give up the temple. This has an asterisk next to it, you know, asterisk unless it doesn't make sense in your particular situation, in your particular game. But this is, for the most part, the goal on Sky Temple. Okay, so you finished objective number 1. Now, what are you going to do? Hopefully, you've gotten in the bot lane, you've gotten some of these towers, you've got a nice advantage here. Exactly 2 minutes after the first temple is finished, the second temple will spawn. You see it's going to spawn in 8 seconds. Here, if I was level 10 on Illidan, this would be perfect. I'd cap this. I'd cap this top camp. This is what you want to do. You cap the top camp for the second objective. You go top with your solo laner, and you push top. And what I'm going to do on my global hero here, if you're playing a global hero, you do this. If you're not, you can just cap the camp, you know, right before the time comes and join your team bot. You have no global hero. Just let the camp push top. This is going to get so much value. This is pushing top while everyone's fighting over the objective in the bot. You don't have to be here. If you have a global hero, this is way better even. You can, say you're on Illidan, say you're on Dehaka, Falstad, you push, and you just keep going back and you look and you see what's happening here. And when you're needed, you use your global and you go in, and this whole top temple this whole top port is going to get wrecked. Then, because you got a nice advantage here, you use your global, you come in here on the second temple, 2 minutes after the first temple finishes, and you kill them all because you've gained your experience advantage from the first objective. You've gained your structural advantage. You've taken out these towers in this well. You have a nice advantage, and you kill them all. Now they lose the top fort, and they lose the bot fort too, because you kill them, you get the temple, and you take this bot fort. You know, you get a nice snowball here by doing the macro things correctly. Temple 2 is 100% of the time going to be this temple here in the bot lane. Temple 1 is 100% of the time going to be the top one, and the mid one spawning both. The third objective is going to spawn 2 minutes after the second objective is totally finished. So the third objective is either going to be mid and bot, or it's going to be top and bot. It's randomized. And I believe after that it's totally random. So keep that in mind. Really, on Sky Temple, the key is getting those first 2 objectives right, getting the soaking right, and getting the camp timings right. Getting experience and making sure your team is playing the macro game correctly is especially important on Sky Temple. One last thing you should consider: if you can't win a team fight at Sky Temple, if you've realized, you look at the draft, or maybe you've tried a few times and your guys are just dying and can't win a team fight, consider if you guys can win the map without team fighting. A lot of the time on Sky Temple, you can. Especially against a team fight comp that can't do camps that well, maybe double healer, or doesn't have a great wave clear. You don't have to fight them ever to win, really. Especially if you have good boss control, especially if you have good wave clear and you can do camps well. Just avoid them and get value wherever they're not. This can confuse them, this could separate them, this could let you take fights up numbers. And definitely, if you're losing team fights over and over, don't just keep losing team fights over and over. If you're dying over and over, consider playing the map only on this map. You can win this map without team fighting, really. So I hope you guys learned some nice tricks for Sky Temple, how to increase your win rate, how to get some wins under your belt there. Once again, if you liked this video, smash the like button below. If you found value in this video as well, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I stream at twitch.tv/Chirag. I stream Tuesday and Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, so catch me then. In addition, consider joining the Discord. We have a big community Discord. A lot of Heroes of the Storm players grouping up constantly. Chat is always alive, looking for people to do Storm League, looking to do Quick Match, even some AI players. Check it out, tournaments, prizes, a lot of cool stuff. Link in the description below if you're interested in joining the Discord and getting in there and playing with some people. With all that said, let me know in the comments below what kind of videos you guys want to see next time. Do you want to see another map? Do you want to see hero guides? What exactly are you thinking? Thanks a lot, guys. See you in the next video.